Howdy, everyone. Welcome to our last episode of Go West, our Pulp Cthulhu campaign. I am Simon, Wandering DM, and today I will be playing for the last time Robert Stone, the town's deputy. I have with me a cast of absolutely amazing and wonderful people. We'll go around the table, introduce yourselves. Who are you playing for the last time? Thank you for the host. Let's start with Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie. I'm going to be playing Zelda Ambrose for the last time. And I'm honestly, I don't even say this in jest. I'm not worried at all. What happens happens. I don't care. I just have to go into this just not thinking.
Um, Before we move on to the next player, I want to thank KY Hawkeye for the donation. We have been given a curse for the keeper. Things are off to a good start
So
today.
that's two curses and a legendary monster now.
Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Scott, who are you playing?
So I will be playing for the last time Dr. Drake Anders. It's been a fun 6 months, and I'm looking forward to the finale today, so we'll see what happens. Even though we have two curses and the legendary monster now. I don't anticipate good things.
And, thank you for the host. Last but not least amongst the players, because we have one player missing, unfortunately. But yeah, last but certainly not least is Kelly.
Hi, I'm Kelly, A Kelly on Twitter, A Kelly in chat. I play Maisie, who is the daughter of the local general store owners, who basically runs the store now. And we'll see what happens to her and her potentially dramatic love story here in the finale. I'm looking forward to see what happens.
And it seems like we have another donation of advantage to all of us from not Praxagorithus Muphoria. That brings us to 2 advantages.
Wait, if the DM is giving us advantages, we're fucked, y'all.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me just add them in. The keeper has 2, I believe. Whoops. And we each have 2. There we go. Well then, speaking of our keeper.
Well, all, welcome back. This is our last time together riding through Four Corners, New Mexico territory in the year of our Lord 1870. October the 30th. Well, actually, by now it might even have been passed over midnight into October the 31st. It's been a little bit late. Some things have been a little bit complicated. Y'all lost about maybe 7 hours when you were entranced, excuse me, by that light that came from that tablet that Robert seemed to hold on to. And then we had some discoveries made about the, non-corporeal remains of one Miss Jane Langley hanging out in Robert's head. The plot by Mrs. Bradford seems to be tied to some murders that are going around on town that have, in key locations tied to that book that Mrs. Ambrose is diligently working her way through. also seemed to be escalating in violence and method. And last we left off, Mrs. Ambrose and Maisie and the good doctor were searching Maisie's abode, see what else they could find out, and see what else they could find out from that book. While a young deputy had hied off to the jail to see if he could find the sheriff and possibly warn him about the imminent murder that might occur in the near future outside the jail. But seems the sheriff was not in the jail, was he, Deputy Stone? But his gun and holster were. So we're gonna pick back up right where we left off with our good deputy discovering the chair with the gun and holster resting in it. On the back of it, I should say. What are you gonna do, deputy?
Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Covington, where are you? Sheriff? Sheriff! And if I don't hear any answer, I'll exit out the jail and I'll immediately go take a look behind it.
There's no answer.
I'm gonna go take a look behind the jail.
Behind the jail, there does not seem to be at the moment anything other than rock and scrub plant life. Unless you want to try and roll that spot hidden and see if you can find anything else.
Yep, I will. If only because I expect to find a dead body. Hey! I failed.
Nope. There is absolutely nothing, and even if you would have noticed a dead body. There's nothing here. Just dirt and scrub grass.
I'm gonna rush back to Maisie's.
Which makes it a beautiful transition over to Maisie and Mrs. Ambrose. Mrs. Ambrose, you were going to try and do something with that book, were you not? I believe some form of divination.
Yeah, I was going to try to, again, like force some kind of vision to try to figure out because you had said we were in the very middle spot of the store. I was going to try to find out some kind of connection between this book and the Cold Waters.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to try and use this book as
like the catalyst, yeah.
For this, see what else you can find here?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you go ahead and try? So, first, just like your standard divination, you're gonna need that D10 for time and D6 for magic points. You win and you lose on this one.
The duality of man.
Extremely so. Not forgetting, of course, that your magic points recover every 15 minutes outside of combat.
Yeah.
Also, it's after that you all would have gotten your 1 point for the day. If you're at all low on hit points.
I am.
But it takes time and it's slow. And for you, it feels like pushing through molasses. You just feel that feeling of like when you went to go make molasses cookies and It's coming out the jaw, but it ain't coming out any time quick or in a hurry. It's just there. And it's slow, and it's pulling at you, and it's making every movement, well, deceptive movement. You think your movement is 10 times slower, and it fights you hard. But eventually you feel some sort of connection. I need you on my powers check.
Hard success.
Ooh, good. Eventually you push through and you feel something connect. It's sharp, it's painful. It's almost like plugging in two wires of a telegraph and feeling that shock run through you for a brief second before they connect themselves. And you see not the maze's bedroom or the clapboard building that is Coldwater Sundries. You see something odd. See a mesa with a staircase going up all the way to the top. Then you seem to almost follow as if you're pulled along, dragged along slowly. You're not moving yourself, but somehow you're climbing those stairs. You feel the wind. You hear it, but it's not chilling you or making you warm. It's almost like it's there, but you can't perceive it. Feel it anyway on your skin. You climb to the top of this mesa, this top of this staircase, and there's a flat, open area and a large archway made of stone with torches surrounding in a circle. And there's a figure in the middle. Kind of glances over their shoulder at you. Smirks. You're a little early, Mrs. Ambrose. But don't worry. We'll have time for you yet. I need you to make me another, well, this time contested powers check.
Hard success. Oh! I would like. Can I use my luck on that?
You can.
To
You
at
want to
least
bring
go
that?
to an extreme.
You want to bring that 29 down to an extreme?
Yep.
You burn the. Not. I can't do math right now. Sorry.
A fifth of 85.
No, 29, and so she's going from 29 to 17. So it's
12.
12. I was like,
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it.
And you feel this being that's standing there, staring at you, smirking at you. You see this long fang kind of creep over the edge of their lip, and this large serpentine head with the flaring hood of a cobra kind of stare at you and try and pull you in, and you pull back just hard enough, but you pull back and you pull back all the way, and you kind of fall hard on the ground on Maisie's bedroom floor. And Maisie and the doctor both see the good Mrs. Ambrose, having spent some time focused on this book, suddenly collapse on this bedroom floor.
Did I recognize the person, Deidre?
You recognize that it was definitely serpentine in nature. You couldn't necessarily say if that was the same person you saw before.
But did it remind me of Mrs. Bradford?
It did.
Okay, cool. That's what I was trying to figure out. Was it just them? I know you said it was like a circular thing. It was just them, though? Just that person?
That you saw.
Okay. She, when she collapses, she just looks up at the both of you. Well, I don't know if I got any answers out of that, but I definitely saw something that, had to do with whatever the Bradford's up to.
Where did you go?
I'm not really sure. DJ, I think that maybe that place was there in the past, like before the sundry store was. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I think I went back in time, maybe to before Macy's family built this place.
So you saw the staircase.
I climbed the staircase. No, well, I was sort of pulled up it. I couldn't really stop myself.
It was
And-
at the top.
Some kind of ritualistic thing. The same kind of thing that Mrs. Bradford is. The snake kind of thing.
And you can
So-
go there as you please?
Not exactly. Takes time and a lot out of me. I was raised by a very strange family, Doctor. We all have gifts, if that's the word you want to use for it. This is one of mine.
Let's see. Did you learn anything?
I don't really think so. She just said that it wasn't my time yet. I don't really know what that means.
Afraid I don't either.
We saw a painting of a ritual back at the house.
I'm sure it's all connected somehow.
I don't suppose you can make anything out of that book, can you?
I don't understand a word of it. Just what I've seen here and in Macy's room and stuff. The words, but I don't know what language it is. And I'm, as much as I want to help, I'm not going to eat any of it.
I think that
It'd be on that note that Robert comes back into the room.
From a medical perspective, I don't recommend that as a course of action.
Don't exactly like the feeling of Ipecac.
The sheriff has disappeared.
Like, gone for a walk, or we just need to wait and find a wrung out body. Disappeared.
I don't know yet, but he's not in jail and his iron is left behind.
So he's unarmed.
You know where the next
leave for a walk.
body's supposed to show up, right, Deputy?
I went and take a look and there was nothing.
Perhaps we should wait. I don't know what other option we got. No, wait at the spot. I mean, we don't know if they're being killed there or dropped there, but I would assume if it's some ritual, it's got to do something with that spot, right? The four corners of the city.
It makes the most sense to me.
Well, we can go out to the Bradford's ranch and, make a very bad decision to settle this on their own land.
I think we should wait in town. We're supposed to have that delivery today for the party tonight at Uncle's Tavern.
What's being delivered?
More of whatever Mr. Bradford ordered.
The special booze.
We can't let everybody drink that. We have to be able to intercept the coach before anybody else gets to it.
if that liquor does what you described that it does, then it seems like they might be trying to make sort of brain dead population, something they can use to their advantage.
All right, well, I can go back to the spot where the murder is supposed to happen. See if I can't put a stop to it. I would like not to go alone, but I can't force any one of you to go with me.
I'll go with you. Macy, can you stop this coach?
Yeah, I can think of something to do.
Okay, then, Doctor, you should probably escort Miss Coldwater.
Doctor, I imagine if you test that liquor for something and say that it's not safe to drink, people won't drink it.
I think you're very right about that. Might give us a reason to dispose of it.
And if all else fails, you could always just set it on fire.
I still have some of that dynamite.
Sounds like a plan to me.
We'll definitely keep that as a last resort.
Can I get all y'all to roll me a listen check, please?
Sure, why not?
Well, looks like we won't have to split the party.
Well, unfortunately, it's only the good deputy that doesn't hear it. The rest of you do. You hear a rattle and a knock firmly on the door as the door to the Coldwater Sundries starts opening downstairs.
Was it the front door or the back door?
The front door. You could hear the bell. And about a couple of seconds later, you hear your Uncle Bruce shout to the top. Maisie, are you up there?
Yeah, I'll be down in just a second.
Do we think and Zelda's whispering, do we think he knows anything about this? I couldn't hypnotize him.
I'd wager he's under whatever the rest of us were from Miss Bradford.
I want to, for Maisie's sake, give him the benefit of the doubt.
I agree.
Just don't mention anything. Don't even let him know anything.
Maisie, are you sure you're okay? I didn't see you earlier tonight.
Yeah, we just got an interesting report in the post, and Doc and I were going over it. Doctor, you want to come down? We can maybe get ahead of this liquor thing.
That's a good idea.
All right. Your back door is wide open. Did you leave it that way?
No.
You should come down. Well, we should go through and make sure nothing's taken then.
And Maisie would look at the doctor and start making her way downstairs.
Yeah, let's get down there.
Well, deputy, we should probably head out.
All right. We're gonna be okay, Maisie?
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. If there's anything, I don't know, fire, shot, or something, we'll hear from outside. Same for us. If you hear me shoot or Miss Ambrose, means we might be in trouble.
We'll come running.
Yep. All right, before he gets any more suspicious, let's get down there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Maisie and the doctor go downstairs, and you find Bruce Taggart, checking your back door. Seems like the lock ain't really working, honey. We'll get that fixed. It's not latching right.
Yeah, we somebody it got filled with, and we were supposed to get a replacement. I guess it just hasn't been replaced.
Yeah, I'll get on that. Well, doctor, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm just fine, Mr. Taggart. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm right fine. It's a little late though, but hazard of my job. Where were you, Maisie? I thought you were going to dinner at Jenny Bradford's.
It ended early. We just a few people weren't feeling well. Thought it was best to just call it an early night and
All right.
came out here.
Oh, your mama said that she wanted you to come by for dinner tomorrow, or today, I should say. Wow, it's late.
Yeah, what are you doing here so late anyway?
Well, I didn't see you, and then all of a sudden there was a light on upstairs, and I hadn't seen y'all come in, so I was concerned. Somebody might have broken in again.
Yeah, I appreciate you keeping an eye out for me. The doc and I were going over. We came back to some interesting mail in the post that I had missed previously. Just a report about making sure we checked the foodstuffs coming through. There's something going on. I don't really understand all the technical details.
Just a warning about a case of dysentery. They just wanted to make sure that none of the stuff that were arriving was contaminated and could be a hazard to the town.
That's right important. Don't want nobody getting dysentery. I knew some folk who died of that. That was not a pleasant way to go.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
So obviously I thought I should call the doctor over right away, and we should make sure that we're prepared to meet the delivery in the morning and get it checked out before anybody
All right.
into it.
All right. Well, you have yourself a good night then, Maisie. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, of course. I said I was going to come by tomorrow and help out with the party.
All right. I look forward to it. Doctor, you have yourself a good night. He reaches out to shake your hand.
And I'll reach out and shake his. Same to you, Mr. Taggart. Take care.
Me.
Oh no.
Want me to put a chain on it now?
On the back door? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be great. Thank you. I'm
Alright.
surprised it swung open again.
Here he goes and
Maybe
just
look around the store and see if there's anything else out of place.
go ahead and roll that spot hidden.
Oh, I will. It's the last episode. I will burn the 12.
I was gonna say I'll take a look around as well since she's since the back
You'll
door.
burn the 12.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Doc, are you looking around too?
Yep, success.
So the two of you are looking around, checking the doesn't seem to be anything out of place. The cash register hasn't been touched. There isn't anything obviously missing. You watch Bruce just kind of put a basic chain on the door so it can't swing open. Temporary stopgap method at the moment, but good enough for the night. He greets you kindly and then takes his leave politely and goes. You watch him go back up to the front of the saloon where he disappears. Robert and Mrs. Ambrose, I have a question for you.
Hmm?
Do you go downstairs when Bruce Taggart's in doing any of this, or do you wait?
I think we should wait if there's no way for us to reach the back door or the front door with Bruce in the way.
Yeah, I mean, Zelda is looking at you sort of for to lead what they should do next. Wait or go.
Based on the way this building is designed, with the back door on the side of the building and the front door out through the store, there really isn't any way for you to go down the stairs and get to either door without being noticed. Which would lead to commentary about young gentleman caller in Maisie's house after midnight.
Is Maisie's last problem she needs to worry about right now. Yeah, then Zelda would I think sort of hover near the stairwell, just listening to when she hears Bruce leave, hears them leave, so they could leave after them.
Yep. Easy to do. Make themselves noticed. You hear Bruce leave, you hear the goodbyes. Two of you come downstairs, and the doctor and Maisie are still in the storefront.
I think it's time for us to go then, Deputy.
Yep.
Yeah, then she's going to walk out.
Okay, I think Maisie would just head out quietly. If Uncle Taggart's still watching the store, probably don't want to see everybody leave.
I think Bruce
That was a
rolled a
very low
15
roll.
on his yup.
Zelda's going to pause and look back at the deputy and grab his arm and say, "Don't worry about it. If anything, he'll think he's just, two-timing you or something." She's just going to pull him out of the store.
Walking out into
Oh.
the store, there's no one in the street. There's no one you can see.
But Bruce just left. Or has it been a few minutes?
It's been a few minutes.
Okay.
You didn't go downstairs until you heard him.
Okay.
I mean, you're running down the stairs and out the door.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go behind the jail.
All right, lead the way. And as soon as we're out at the spot that Robert says that will be the last spot of the body, can I look around, see if I can see anything out of the sword, any of that kind of thing?
Yep, you can roll that spot hidden. Ooh, extreme success. It's interesting. It's not what's here, it's what's not here. You notice an area kind of cleared, brushed clean. The dirt itself was packed down and swept over. The sagebrush and small grasses had been picked out of it. It's about, just about here. As soon as I want things to work, they don't. Yeah, it's just
Usually how
about,
it goes.
here. And you see this large, about 6-foot area circle that is brushed clean.
Do you notice that, Deputy? I think she's just walking around it very slowly. This area, just pointing it out to you with her boot.
Do I see it if she points it out? Is it...
If she points it out, you would probably notice that it's odd.
It looks like someone removed the grass and messed with the earth. I don't know, they were getting ready for something.
You would also notice that it's perfectly circular.
Is the earth like turned? Like, has it been disturbed or okay?
No, it's like you swept it.
Well, that looks like the perfect spot for a ritual. More a ritual murder.
I mean, I don't disagree with you. But it doesn't look like there's been like something buried here or anything, right? It's completely flat. Okay, cool.
It's like
if I step into
somebody
this,
went out with a. You ever watch somebody prep for a baseball game?
yeah, I know what you're talking about. They flattened
And
the,
chipped down.
Mhm.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. They
And chipped
they
it all down.
packed it down. Yeah. If I step into the circle, nothing happens.
No.
I wouldn't do that if I were you, Miss Ambrose.
She's already in it. Looks up at you like
Says the guy that drank the whiskey.
and
hey,
ate a
Don't
page
get
from a
that,
book.
Get in the circle first.
I learned from my
Well,
mistakes, Scott.
You're trouncing on his brand.
Well, I think this might be the place. I just don't really exactly know the time. You don't have any idea of that, do you? Do you know when the other was there a pattern for the other ones?
Want to roll that idea roll, deputy?
Yep, because Simon was about to make a very, very bad joke. I draw my pistol and I say, well, every time they ended up alone with me.
God damn it!
But no, I'm not the murderer. Not in this game.
Not that
Yep,
we know of yet.
idea roll, extreme success.
Ooh.
I have an extreme idea of what this is.
You would note it. You would recall that there were 12 hours in between each of the previous murders. You would also recall that they seem to be escalating in violence. The first, there was only that right arm was wrung out. Second, unfortunately, Mrs. Connors, both her arms were wrung together like they're in a mockery of crossing over her chest. And then this third murder with Miss Willis, both arms and both legs were wrung together.
So are we just gonna wait this out?
Well, when's going? If I recall the last murder thereabout, how long do we have until the next one?
Based on the time that you had, recollection, you have maybe about 7-8 hours.
Well, something's bound to happen here in quite a lot of hours. 7 or 8, if I recall correctly.
Wait, hold on, let me do my yeah. Because it's right about now, it's right about 3 o'clock in the morning. Now.
So at 10 a.m. something's supposed to happen.
Well, we could always just I think at this point Zelda's just like walked into the circle and is just sitting down. We can always just wait here. Unless you have something else to
Hey, Zelda.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
What have you done?
6 is a very low
That's a
number.
mighty low
It's a
number.
very low number in a game where the lowest numbers are the best.
That's an
Hey,
extreme something.
Hey, Zelda.
What?
You want to try and grab this deputy before you get sucked away?
Wait, what? What? When you say sucked away,
Like there's a slowly billowing dust cloud coming around, almost like a tornado coming to pull you out of this circle. Do you want to grab onto something? Which
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Can I help?
What do I need to roll?
If the deputy helps you, you could try just straight strength, or you could try and dodge out of the way.
Dodge would, what role would that be?
Dodge is just a straight dodge.
Oh, it is just okay. Ooh, I should probably try strength and try to grab onto the deputy if he sees it in time.
You would definitely see this. It's not. It's dust cloud.
Do not forget you have advantage.
I was about to use one of my advantages.
You can
All
use
right.
one of your advantages.
Oh, an extreme.
You manage to grab onto the deputy as you feel this twister start to build behind you and start at you. You're holding on to him, but it's almost like you're being lifted up in the air, so you're standing about 45 degrees as this twister tries to pull you in. Deputy, now you've got hold of Mrs. Ambrose. What you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna pull her away from the twister.
Okay. I will say that you can go and try and do that. How would you like to do that?
So I figure she's in the circle. She just jumped at me. She's probably holding onto my arm.
Mm-hmm. And she's starting to rise kind of like this as the twister's pulling. And you start to feel the tension as that twister you're not getting pulled, but she's pulling on you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm gonna put my heels into, dig my heels into the ground and pull on her and try to spin around so that she's, I'm between her and the twister.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to try and do one of these. Almost.
Can you
Where
do it again?
Yeah. You're standing here, you're going to try and push her like that.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that strength roll
With advantage.
with advantage. You want to spend that one?
I'm gonna spend that one.
The smart choice.
It's a very smart choice as the two of you fall to the ground very unorganized, very messy kind of look, and you're just kind of tumbling one over the other. You're kind of, a pile of limbs right now. It might take you a minute to get up. As you look up and see this twister just kind of spin in place right in that circle where Mrs. Ambrose was for a minute and then dissipate.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I told you it was a bad idea to step inside the circle.
I stepped into it a few moments ago and nothing happened.
I think it just took a while for whatever creature that is to appear.
I don't. A creature. It's a twister.
I mean, really? We have snake people now and we have invisible tentacle monsters that are immune to everything but fire. I think a sentient tornado is the least of our worry.
Well, not when it distinctly tries to kill me. It's a pretty big part of my worry.
But it seems to be confined to the circle.
All right. Thank you for your help, Deputy. I appreciate you not letting me get caught up in that.
I would have never.
I still don't. Have you seen anything like that before? Or is this the first time?
The tornado? That's the first time. I mean, I've heard of tornadoes before, but I ain't never seen one with my eyes.
Well, when I was reading through the book and basically looking at the pictures, was there any kind of sign of that thing, Rax?
Roll me a luck roll.
I can do that.
Good thing I'm not doing it.
Wish I could spin luck on luck.
You cannot.
I have all the
I
luck.
know.
Nope. Nothing that comes to your mind at the moment. Nothing that strikes you as being similar. Want to go ahead and roll me that spot hidden?
Sure.
The two of us, or just Zelda?
Whoever wants to.
Well,
Sure.
I failed.
I mean, I'm keeping an eye out on anything that might be out of the ordinary, but I don't see anything.
Neither of you see anything, but it's eerily quiet. And once that dust devil leaves, well, the thing you would notice is that any footprints that Mrs. Ambrose had made in that circle are gone. There's nothing out right now. Hey, Maisie. What you doing?
So I guess Maisie and the doc are. I think Maisie's probably like getting them like candy and snacks to help them stay awake until the coach arrives in the morning. Because they've been up for a very long time, but I think they need to not miss it.
So candy and snacks, but not the coffee? Just want to know how awake and caffeinated you're going to be.
Trying to decide if she would risk everyone in town seeing like the smoke from heating up. Yeah, coffee too. Desperate times, desperate measures.
I mean, you have a stove. It's not like it will...
But it'd probably still be wood burning.
Yeah, but it's probably October, and it's probably just cold enough that you might want it.
Fair. It is nighttime in the desert. Okay, yeah, so she would probably be making coffee and getting them as sugared and caffeinated as possible.
I'm with that.
Mm.
Can the two of you roll me a spot hidden?
Mm.
Oh, that's a big fail.
I'm gonna use my advantage. One of them.
All right. Ooh, extreme success.
Very nice.
Good use of advantage.
It's odd. It says you're standing there pouring out the coffee for the doctor. You notice a burst of wind blow through, kind of flutter the curtains on the front window. But odd. Wind don't usually roll that way through.
Because
Well-
it doesn't normally roll from the southwest.
Nope.
Strong gust or just a...
Oh, it's a bit strong. You kind of feel it and see it roll out around the outside of the building. And for a fraction of a second, Maisie, you see a streak of green out of the corner of your eye.
She'd run to the front window.
Look out over the street. You'd notice starting at the top of the street where the church is, you're looking and most things are pretty illuminated. That moon is going to be full on full tonight, but it's still bright enough now that you can see a lot. And you see slow moving blackness taking first the church and then slowly working its way down the street.
Maisie would get the doctor. Oh, we're close to the church too. So Maisie would run to the doc and just be like, "There's something going on outside, and it's scary, and I think we need to leave."
Define something.
with everything going on around here, you think that if there was something that I could describe, I would do it? Like,
That's a fair point.
it's something.
Okay. Grab your shotgun and we'll head down to the behind the jail. I guess where Robert and Zelda were going.
That seems like a really good idea, seeing as whatever the something is coming from the other way.
And I'll actually go look out the window now that she mentions that it's coming from the other direction.
Yep. It's easy to notice. It takes you a second. You have to look twice. It's this rolling cloud of black, slowly rolling over the whole town.
Green lightning.
Don't see any at the moment.
All right, grab Susie. Let's get the hell out of here and get ahead of this thing.
Maisie would quickly grab the shotgun, the dynamite, extra bullets.
So you're just
and
kind of
a
shoving
lantern.
things into a
into like a pouch.
flour sack.
Yeah.
All right, Doc. Is there
And grab a
anything and you're holding the lantern? Doc, is there anything you're grabbing as you're running out of this store?
I'm gonna grab that lantern out of Maisie's hand, and I'm gonna grab that pot of coffee she'd put on.
So you're gonna run down the street with a lantern in one hand and a pot of coffee in
in the
another.
other. That is correct.
Are you gonna grab anything to drink this coffee with, or are you just gonna suffer through the burns as you swallow it straight from the carafe?
I'll grab a few glasses, I guess. A few mugs. We can go with that. We're gonna die caffeinated.
Kelly and the doc have very similar life priorities. I want to see the spoop, and I want to be caffeinated when it comes.
That is correct. And I don't want the dynamite anywhere near a lantern.
All of these sound like wise choices as you start running down the side of the street. You see this rolling darkness. First you lose the church, then the saloon and Lady Goodnight's. See, just about the time you get to the jail, you see the darkness overwhelm the Coldwater Sundries and start inching its way into the dock, toward the dock's office. Well, where exactly are you going?
I think we were running to behind the jail where we knew that the others were.
Well, it's as you're running to them, you would see just make out Robert and Zelda brushing themselves off as they stood up from their previous, well, interaction. Be a good term for it, wouldn't it?
And as they were standing up, Maisie would probably would yell for them and point and
If I turn to them, do I see the black clouds coming over the horizon?
Yep. It's not so much a cloud as just like a void slowly consuming everything in its path.
I think we have a problem, Deputy.
I think we have a lot of problems.
Did y'all ever try setting this book on fire?
I did. It's can't be burnt.
Alright,
It can be eaten though, but I don't suggest it.
nope.
I don't recommend that either, Robert. I think that's a choice that only really you made and nobody else would have.
Jane, now's not the time.
Existential dread, the imminent end of existence. I figure now's the perfect time.
Zelda's gonna step away from the deputy and start heading toward the doctor and Maisie because y'all were heading toward us, right? She's gonna meet y'all halfway. Yeah.
And as we're running up, go. I don't know what's coming. Come on, get to Robert.
I was just attacked by some dust cloud, Doctor.
I'm assuming you can see that. I don't know what's in that. And I'm pointing directly behind us towards the giant void that's consuming the town.
Yeah, then she's going to I mean she sees it. She's going to just turn around and go back to Robert.
All right, I don't think staying outside is going to be a good idea.
I think Maisie, since she's got like the shotgun and all this other stuff that she's carrying, she'd probably pass the bag full of dynamite to Zelda and just be like, I grabbed this from the store as a backup plan, but I wouldn't get anywhere near the lantern.
Well, I did say it's a last ditch effort. Yeah, she'll hold on to the bag.
Well, it's not like we can throw dynamite to the sky.
Yeah, but we might be able to throw it at one of those tentacle things.
Is there anyone else that seems to be out on the street around?
Nope. Not at the moment.
Well, then she's just going to head back with him and look at Maisie and Drake and be like, don't go and don't get near this circle. And she's going to point it out. I was in it when I got attacked.
But I saw the wind was moving from this direction, and it doesn't normally do that.
Well, it tried to grab me up. Thankfully, Deputy helped me.
All right, so which do we want to avoid? This black cloud that's coming, or this circle?
Well,
Does it even matter if we get inside at this point?
Not if she keeps rolling lower.
I mean, the jail is right by here. And it's sturdy enough that, it can withstand a storm. We'd be close enough to see if something was to go on in that circle. We know we still have a couple of hours before anything happens.
So
I don't know what you. Yeah, we might have a couple of hours until somebody dies in the circle, but we don't have a couple of hours until that. So I think getting inside, I guess, is the best choice. I don't know. What do you do with the?
Let's just go back to the jail. At least there's weapons and ammo there, right?
That there is.
Then let's go.
So you return to the jail.
Where's Zelda's heading?
It's not a long walk. Inside is easily gained. You close the door behind you. It's odd how dark it is outside. Blackness just kind of keeps coming, rolling across. As you look around the jail, Deputy, you were kind of in and out and noticed the sheriff's gun, but you didn't do much looking around actually in the jail itself.
Nope.
Once the sheriff didn't respond to you. It's odd. It's pristinely clean. Well, which isn't really a sheriff. Covington runs a tight ship. Likes things the way he likes them. His gun and holster are there, but his rifle's not. Neither is his hat. And it's at that point I need you all to make me a powers check, please.
Hard success from Zelda.
Extreme success from the doctor.
Yeah.
A success from Kelly.
Hard
Maisie.
success.
It's success from hard success from the deputy. You all feel it as this wave of blackness rolls over the building. It seems to be both pulling and pushing at the same time. You feel yourself being turned and twisted, but you're not moving. It's that sensation of falling in your sleep that jerks you awake. But at the same time, you're standing upright and looking at somewhere else. It's the sensation of deja vu, but you can't figure out where it's coming from. There are goosebumps crawling up your spine, but there's nothing there. There's no chill. I need you to all roll me a dex, please.
I'm gonna burn the 8 luck.
You're gonna burn the 8
Ladies
luck.
are the only dexterous ones.
Well, the doctor's gonna fall on his face on the ground. The deputy starts to fall and then just kind of reaches a hand out and steadies himself on the desk. Two ladies, Maisie and Zelda, just kind of balance themselves as if this feeling this riotous pitching like they were a ship, an ocean. And then everything stops. And it's quiet. So quiet. It's almost unnaturally silent. There's no animals, no bugs, nothing but the four of you. And darkness.
And I feel my way through there to try to light a candle.
Mm-hmm.
Just see if it'll even cut. Because I get the sense this is like a very supernatural kind of feeling darkness, just to see if it will cut through it.
So I'm assuming we lost the lantern's light.
The lantern fell on its side and blew out.
I'm just going to feel my way, because I would assume there'd be a candle on the sheriff's desk. I've probably seen it. Just feel
Yep.
my way to it and try to light a candle.
Mhm.
Yep. Easily done. As the candle lights, it's the only point of light in this blackness.
Everyone all right?
I know. Gather myself and get up, and I'm assuming I'm okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just lost my balance there. And can I see the lantern, where the lantern went now that we have
Yeah,
a point
now
of
the
light?
candle. You have a candle.
Yeah,
It's
and,
not-
and Zelda will be holding it out. Like, she won't be keeping it. She'll hold it out so it'll, like, illuminate around us a little bit. Yeah.
It's odd. It's giving you illumination, but it's not giving you as much as you would expect. It's about half as bright as, well, it seems to be fighting. You see it almost push and shoving against darkness.
And I'll grab the lantern and put it right side up and light it up again, so we have a little bit more light, and see if we can't hang that on one of the walls or something in the room.
Is there anything that seems to be out of sorts in this room from the little bit of darkness that we had?
A couple things fell over, but nothing.
I want to go over to the window and look out onto the street.
I was about to ask if we heard anything going on outside.
Right.
Well, do you want to roll me that listen check in that spot hidden?
Yes.
Hard success. And a success. There doesn't seem to be anything to hear for a moment. Then there's something at the edge of your hearing. You can't quite make it out, but you know that there's something there. Zelda, you're looking out, and it's dark. It's oh so black. But it's odd. There should be shadow when something. You saw the whole town consumed by this rolling blackness. But everything outside seems. You can't quite make it out. It's odd. It's not right. There's something not right outside. You'd need to take a lantern outside to really see it, but it's almost like the building's on there?
The buildings, why don't you roboted for a second?
Oh, sorry. The buildings aren't there.
Okay. Yeah, she's just staring at it very curiously for a moment and just goes, does everyone see this? She's going to step back from the window. I think as she asks that and steps back, she's like slowly stepping toward the door because she really wants to check outside. She's not going to yet. She wants to.
If we look outside, do we still see the same thing? Like the buildings are gone and
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing there.
do we see a mesa with a giant staircase where the Coldwater Sundries should be?
Roll me that spot hidden. As you try and pierce this blackness
Hard
that
success.
surrounds you. You see definitely something that is not wood, and definitely something a lot more rock-like. The staircase going up.
Friends, I think we just went back in time again.
Oh, great. I'm used to it.
Really?
I think Macy
What?
gives her a look too.
It's not, you know what? I'm going to leave that one there. She's going to open the door and step outside. Still holding her little candle.
You open the door, and what you see is not the town four corners. You see darkness and beginnings of starlight almost slowly emerging. You see a tall, singular mesa with a staircase going up.
Clearly the one that I had climbed in my vision, right?
Yep.
Great. Yeah, she's going to start walking toward it.
I think Maisie is not quite so excited about this going to the place where she seems to have been seeing herself sacrificed to a monster. That doesn't really seem like a great idea to her. So she's going to be like, "What are you doing?"
Zelda looks over her shoulder at Maisie and just, you don't have to come with me. I'm not asking any of you to. I just would like to get to the bottom of this.
Well, apparently getting to the top of it involves my potential death. So
Well, I've been at the top of it before in my visions. I'm going to try to figure it out. I'd like to keep you alive.
Mm-mm. Mm. And I think she'd look to Robert to be like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do either. I feel like the answer is up there, but if the visions... Wait. Robert didn't see the picture with the door with only one chain on it, did he? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
He did?
In the
Okay.
book. That was how you got your second idea roll.
Oh, okay.
That succeeded.
Yeah, right. So... I'm not sure I want to go up there either with what I've seen in the book. It's... That door up there is about to blow wide open.
And someone is waiting for us.
And I think Maisie would kind of steel herself up and she would look at all of them first and she would be like, I need you guys to make a promise. If there's something about this that has to do with me or whatever, if they overpower me again, you stop them no matter what.
All right.
That means if you have to stop me too.
I wouldn't worry about it,
Well,
but I'll do what I can.
that thing in the ritual looked a lot like some of those visions that I've been having. So,
I think you're a lot more capable of stealing your mind than you know, Macy. But you have my word.
thank you.
Hey, Doc, you want to make me a listen check?
Sure, certainly. And I failed miserably.
Royally.
Well, you know, that is a shame.
Before we go, Doc, would you mind pouring 1 cup of coffee for me?
And I'll pour him a glass and hand him a mug of coffee, and I'll pour one for myself because that sounds like a good idea.
Are you going to put anything in that coffee, Robert?
No. I need to be awake if I'm to fight any monsters or anything.
Well, that seems like a wise idea. You might want to duck, by the way.
I duck down.
That's good. As you are narrowly missed by something rolling right across your head.
I'm ahead of them because I walked out. Do I see that or like anything like that? No?
Nope.
Okay.
What is it that narrowly missed me? Is it invisible?
You can't see anything.
The definition of invisible, Simon.
No, but it means that I think I know what it is, and it's probably
I
a tentacle
know.
monster. I think we have company, friends.
If he says that, Zelda's making a run for it toward the staircase.
Cool.
Zelda, no! Wrong direction!
Zelda's running for the staircase. The deputy's on the floor. Dr. Maisie, what are you going to do?
Could Maisie tell from the way that the deputy ducked where this thing might be?
Roll me a spot hidden or an idea. Oh, no, I'll give you an idea roll.
Ooh, I'm good at those. No. I'm good at just being smart. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, it seems that whatever the deputy was ducking from was coming vaguely from the far right-hand jail cell and about 10 feet from him.
Maisie's gonna shoot at it. And
So go ahead and roll.
let's see.
At disadvantage because you can't see nothing.
Can I use my other advantage to make it an even?
You can use your other advantage to make it even.
Oh, 2.
You can burn the
Oh, it
lots.
Spend the
malfunctioned.
luck.
No, it didn't. Yeah, I'm spending the luck. I don't have a whole lot left, but I'm spending it anyway.
It's only 2. It's only 2 luck.
I'm sorry. Something went right weird. You're going to spend that 2 luck to hit it?
Yep.
For a brief instant, you see your shot impact on something. But, there's nothing else there. Hey, Doc, what you doing?
Seeing Zelda run out of the building, I'm gonna chase after her and find out where the hell she's going.
Splitting the party is
Well,
awesome.
Maisie shoots at it. waits
So-
to see if it hits anything, and then she dives forward to help get the deputy up off the floor and runs.
Yeah, so I'm assuming Zelda runs out first. I'm going to chase after her as that happens, and then I'm assuming Maisie's inside shooting. So I'm hearing shotgun blast from the jail, and I'm trying to run after Zelda and see where the hell she's going.
Okay, so Zelda's running up these stairs. The doctor's running after. The deputy is getting pulled up off the floor by his charming girlfriend with a shotgun. Hey, deputy, would you like to do anything?
I too would like to fire and then run away.
Sounds like an idea.
And I think I'm going to fan the hammer in that general direction.
All right.
So,
Ooh. I'll make
well
you a
then.
deal.
What?
I'll make you a deal. The next two for the cost of 5 luck and the next 2 shots being at disadvantage, you can keep your gun.
I'm gonna burn the log. It's okay. I still have 17.
Ooh,
Success.
1 success.
And the gun jams for sure.
And the gun jams for sure. You are out of guns.
Well, there's still the sheriff's.
Do you grab the sheriff's iron as it's hanging on the back of that chair?
Yeah, I think. And I mean, even if it costs me like some of my movement, I can't run as far ahead as I would have.
Mm-hmm.
I'll reach out and grab Covington's pistol.
You grab the gun and holster. Maisie's moving to the door by this point, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Running out the door. Deputy,
Uh-huh.
make me another dodge, please.
And maybe Maisie's she's running, but she's looking behind her, like she's keeping an eye, like keeping conscious of where he's at.
You feel, just as you grab that gun, you dodge out of the way of something else. You can kind of sense it moving in the air, and you know it's there, but seems slower, almost, than last time. Or you're faster. You're not sure. But there's something off in its movements. Running out the door?
Oh yeah.
So Zelda's running up these stairs. The doc's running up after her. Maisie, Robert, are you running up these stairs?
I think Maisie hits the bottom of the stairs and she has this like moment of like and then looks behind her at the jail and then goes.
And Robert would follow Maisie.
Do you hesitate as well, sir?
I don't think so.
As you're running up these stairs, the 4 of you, you can hear behind you a chittering sound. Sounds like children laughing in springtime. And it sounds... Oh. That sounds like... kind of few children. Almost like a schoolhouse. And on that, we're going to take our break for the day.
Cool. Dope.
What do you mean we're surrounded? All right, everyone.
We have the high ground, Anakin. Don't worry.
I tried to not run up the stairs.
But it
But of
probably
course-
is the only way
Run.
for them.
We run up the stairs, or we stay down there in the darkness with everything around us.
Yep.
Yep. All right, everyone. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Hey, we're back. Whoa, there was some lag. Yeah, we're back. We're back proper. So where were we?
I believe you were running up a set of stairs, sir.
I believe so too.
And Zelda's leading this charge up this staircase, running away from the sounds of children laughing in the summertime. And stairs are carved. They're stone. There's no slip. There's no sand or dirt on them. They're almost freshly swept. They're odd as well. They're riding up this redstone mesa, but stairs themselves are black marble. Vein and going through it seems to speak of a harder stone than just, well, sandstone and limestone. Get some granite, maybe. Takes a while. It's high. You gonna keep running this whole way, or you gonna slow down?
Zelda's going. She's running up those stairs. She's trying to get to the top.
Roll me a con check.
Okay.
It's about 2/3 of the way up these stairs as Zelda has to stop and lean over as she starts wheezing aggressively, as you know. It's a bit high. It's a bit high. No, almost like, a full mile up, and you've been running that whole time. That shift in oxygen is causing you some problems. Are the other three of you running up these stairs?
I am.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me that con check?
Success.
The deputy is not having any problem. Maisie's not having any problems. By this point, they can almost pass Zelda if they choose to, as you see her kind of bent halfway, and then you see the doctor kind of pause next to Zelda and start wheezing as well. This change in altitude and, well, y'all don't need a Stairmaster probably anytime in the near future. Gonna stop and check on these two, or are we just gonna keep going?
No, Maisie will stop when she catches up to the two of them and kind of like give a motivating pat on the shoulder. Like, come on, guys, we can do it. And she'd probably stop when she stops to pause at them. She'd probably look behind them, just out of habit of wishing she could see whatever might be chasing them.
Do you want to roll me a listen check?
Ooh, sure.
You don't hear anything following you. You don't even hear the laughing of children that chittering sound. The only thing you hear is the wind rustling across the top and the faint sounds of something at the top of those stairs. Robert, would you roll me a spot hidden, please?
I would like to not see shit.
You're focused. Trying to help these folk up these stairs. Are you continuing on?
Mm-hmm.
Takes time. Do you slow down at all, ladies and gentlemen?
I think when Maisie doesn't think that there's anything following her anymore, she probably slows down to more of a purposeful trudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zelda would do the same. She's out of breath, so she's gonna.
Collect ourselves and start moving a little slower so we can continue on, but maybe not move as fast.
Not a full out run anymore.
Alright. You continue up these stairs. Time seems lost.
Is anybody notably weaponless?
I have my dagger and my derringer because they're tucked. They're tucked and hidden.
I have.
It would just take a while to get to them.
You have your Bowie knife. Do you have your gun on you, sir?
Believe my gun had malfunctioned previously. So
Oh yeah,
I
your
not-
gun exploded.
Yeah.
While they are trudging up the stairs, Maisie will look at the doctor and note that he's holding a cup of coffee
And a lantern.
Lantern.
and
I have a
take
bow knife strapped to my leg, but
and she has a revolver on her belt, and she'll probably pass it over.
okay. And then I'll put that within my holster.
So you have a revolver. The deputy has the sheriff's revolver. Deputy, have you looked at that weapon at all?
Well, I figure if I have it in my hand, probably as I was running. I don't think I'd have time to, like, study it. The revolver is a revolver.
Do me a favor.
Hmm?
Roll me a luck roll.
Why are you asking this?
So I can feel like I was, fair.
Well, it's a fail. I have a 17 luck.
Okay, well, maybe I won't do that some next time. Do you want to roll a 50-50?
No. Whatever it is, I missed that detail.
You have the revolver. You have his gun belt. The revolver, however, is not currently loaded.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna load it. as we run up with the... I assume it's the same mark and model as the one I have.
It is a Colt 45, yes, sir.
Is that what I
But
had?
there's a little bit something different on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Colt 45. Okay.
There's something a little bit odd and different about the sheriff's gun, though.
Does
If
it
you're
have a
looking at it.
16-inch cannon barrel?
No, it does not have a 16-inch barrel.
Damn it.
Although you are looking at this barrel, you do notice something a little bit odd and different in it. There are grooves along it.
Fancy.
For those who are not along the inside of the barrel, I should be more
Yeah,
specific.
it's rifled.
It's rifled, which would give you a +5 to your standard shot skill
Oh, that's
for
nice.
target.
All right.
As you approach the top of these stairs, you can all hear it now. It's this kind of soft hum, kind of background sounds almost. You can't quite figure out where it's coming from. Well, sounds odd to whatever's being sounds you're hearing. And you approach the top of this mesa. And there's this large flat area. Torches encircling it. Almost perfectly circular. And you see this archway. Chains across it. There's 3 on the ground. One across it. Large padlock in the center. Or sort of. It's odd. Seems to shimmer in your sight, and one minute it looks like a large padlock, and one minute it looks like something else. Want to roll me that sanity check?
All of us?
All of you. Ooh.
Quality of man.
Goodbye,
Well,
doctor.
I wouldn't burn the luck.
You're gonna burn the luck to succeed.
Yeah. What is
Gonna
it?
burn the 15.
15? Yeah, I'll burn 15. I've got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. No, you can't luck sanity. You can't luck sanity.
Yeah, you can't luck sanity and you can't luck.
It's sanity loss, sorry.
Yes, you can spend, which for
So
you
I
is
fail, so whatever the sanity loss will be, I'll shrug that off.
yes. Ooh, only 3. So you shrug off your 3 sanity loss.
Yep.
As you see this wavering atom in the front of you. And you see a figure standing there in the center of this, looking down at a pocket watch. It's open in their hand. Genevieve Bradford's standing there at the top, in the center of this circle. And right as you crest the top of this hill, she closes it. Well, you all are on time, at least. Punctuality is important.
This madness stops now, Genevieve.
Well, no, I do have about... She'll open the pocket watch again. Right about now. You see a large streak of green lightning go across the sky to the southwest behind you. And that last lock falls off the wall.
Who did you kill this time?
No one important.
I imagine none of them were particularly important to you.
Also true.
What is it that you're doing exactly?
Fulfilling my purpose.
And what's your purpose?
I'm not monologuing for you, honey. I'm not that cliche villain. Maisie, why don't you be a D and come stand right over here? And Maisie, I need you to roll me a powers check at disadvantage.
I will jump on Maisie and hold her down.
Actually,
Oh.
can I? Well, it doesn't matter. She succeeded. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
Maisie, you start to feel yourself move to obey Mrs. Bradford, but you stop yourself and you feel this fight inside you. It's a struggle to stay where you are. You want to do what she says. It feels right to do what she says. Why are you fighting against this? This is something that you should be doing. And, you feel that you should be obeying her, and why are you disobeying her? That's a struggle, and you're going to lose 2 sanity as you fight against this. So,
And I think it makes her feel kind of nauseous. Because I think that would make me feel kind of nauseous.
probably. Probably, actually. Well then, that is a surprise. You'll give in soon enough. I just need keep going on what we're planning. Oh, time is of the essence, isn't it? Though, however, are you just gonna stand around there looking like it? Well, you're gonna. Doctor, would you be a dear and help Maisie come walk over here? You want to roll that powers check at disadvantage, Doc?
Sure, except
When she says that, can
one of my
Maisie
advantages.
better?
Huh? You can. Okay, sorry. The two of you were speaking. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said while she says that, can Maisie shoot at her?
You can make me a powers check first to see if you can.
Okay. Maisie
Yep.
really wants to shoot her.
Alright. And then I'm gonna burn an advantage to make this just an even roll.
A flat roll.
Yeah.
Ooh, hard success.
That's-
You also feel this struggle inside you, Doc, to obey her, and you'll also feel that loss of 2 sanity, and as you fight against what she says,
I'm gonna burn the luck to shrug that off.
burn the luck to shrug that off. Maisie, did you shoot at her?
Not yet.
Did you want to shoot at her?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't shoot at her.
Oh.
You raise the gun, and she sees it, and she sighs. Really, darling, we are on a time clock. There are certain things that are happening in the right order at the right time, and fortunately for you, Maisie, you're part of the right time. Would you deal with this? If she says, talking over someone behind you.
I look behind me.
A large figure slowly emerges out of the darkness at the top of this mesa. He's kind of standing there in the shadows. And you see a large gentleman that you shot earlier today?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure he was probably missing part of his head.
Well, he's not now. As you see Mr. Whitaker, or at least something that looks a whole lot like Mr. Whitaker, walk up behind you. And can you roll me that sanity check?
All of us?
Well, whoever turned around to look at Mr. Whitaker, as you see a dead man walking. Well, let me rephrase that. Only the doc should have to roll that because he's the only one that saw Mr. Whitaker die.
Mm.
All right. All right.
You lose 4 sanity from seeing the dead man that you shot and put a bullet in.
I want to shrug that off. I don't believe that is the same man.
You do not believe that that is the same man?
That is one of those filthy, filthy snake people.
Hey Maisie, you want to roll me a dodge?
No. No.
Ooh, good. Ah. Yeah, he misses as he goes to try and grab you.
Suck it.
As he goes to grab Macy, can Zelda try to? How is there walls around this mesa we've walked up onto? I want to try to shoulder him off of it.
Flat top. Ooh, shoulder him off. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Go, Zelda.
Just like all my force, hitting him off guard because he's focusing on trying to grab Macy. And I think like as he goes to grab and you have that moment where you sort of lose your balance, she's gonna try to push him off.
Well, I will let you roll whatever you choose, and he's going to use strength to try and avoid that.
He had a lot of strength.
I'll roll Dex with advantage.
You're going to be on your last advantage, all right?
Yep. And I'll use the 2 luck to make it a third extreme.
He's going to get shoved, and he's going to start to fall off the back of this mesa. Hey, Zelda. You want to try and not fall with him?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like that. I'd like to not fall with him, What I need to roll for that?
How about a dodge as he tries to grab onto whatever's nearest to hold himself up, which would probably be you.
Cool. I don't have enough luck.
So there are 2 ways
It's fine.
So really? All right.
No, I mean, is there a way for me to catch myself if he's grabbing onto me?
Yes. Let's see. But he grabs you.
Well, yeah, it's a 5.
He manages to grab hold of you. You both start tumbling.
Can any of us react fast enough?
Any of you want to try a reaction?
I was going to try and jump and grab hold of Zelda as she's being pulled.
Gonna try and grab Zelda. Anyone else trying to do anything? Well,
Maisie would try, but I imagine she's had to duck and roll or something to get out of the way of this person that she is now shoving off. So I don't think it really would work.
yeah, she can't do much.
And,
Deputy.
If he's holding on to Zelda, can I? Because Robert's not strong enough to hold 2 people. So he'd take the pistol and shoot at Richard. Probably at a shoulder. So that when he goes to grab Zelda, because of the shot, he misses.
All right, so Doc, why don't you go ahead and grab just strength, I guess. See if you can grab
What
a.
happens when this is a domino effect and we all just fall off the top of
I'll have a
it?
lot of fun.
There we go. Extreme success.
Ooh, good.
You managed to grab
And
hold of Zelda.
TPK. Game over.
And you want to roll that shot, Deputy?
It's a
Ooh,
success.
success. Your shot goes off
For 9 damage.
for 9 damage, and you see it impact in the shoulder where you was aiming, and it looses just enough that that the doc grabbing hold of Zelda ensures that she stays. Well, falling prone on the ground is going to ensure that she stays on this side of this mesa, and Mr. Whitaker goes tumbling off the side. Really, this is most upsetting. He was most useful at the time. This is the second time I've had to deal with this. Really.
Maybe you
what?
should do your dirty work yourself.
I'm busy and I have multiple things to do. Honestly. Resurrection's not easy, people. It takes time and effort, and I do not have it at the moment.
Who are you resurrecting?
Well, the last time I resurrected Mr. Whitaker.
No, I mean, what's behind the door?
Oh no, that's me letting something out. I can't wait. After almost 3,000 years, that chain will be broken.
Can I roll a cult to see if I know what she's talking about?
Sure. You were reading through this book and you know that there's something locked on that other side of that door that's a portal, gateway to somewhere far, far from here, beyond the stars, beyond any conscious understanding that humankind has ever had. And you know that it's a being of immense status and understanding that, may have been locked away for the good of everybody, and that there seemed to be a group of people who honored and worshipped this being and took great pride and pleasure in the death and chaos it wrought upon the land. And you remember suddenly in your mind the image of a large being reaching through the clouds, of tentacles descending from on high, faces screaming inside those rope-like tentacles that was big around as man, 8, 9, 10 feet at some places. You remember this large opening twister size item portal-like thing opening above the sky in this image. And can you roll me a sanity check?
Yeah. Before I do that though, just to elaborate on that, would I know why she needs Maisie, or is Maisie just the sacrifice she's chosen?
You would know that Maisie is uniquely tied to the individual location because, well, she was born there, she lived there, and it's
cool.
Geographically primed.
Okay, cool.
The fact that she's also an unmarried woman ties into a certain, enjoyment of embracing stereotypes that Mrs. Bradford has, but it isn't actually required for the ritual itself to succeed.
Okay.
It's just a bonus.
It's just bonus. It's just like that bonus of the fact that this is occurring on Halloween. It's a nice side benefit, but it wasn't required. It's nice that you succeeded on that sanity check. You're only going to lose 2.
Okay.
Honestly, this is most disconcerting. I wonder why I'm having so much trouble with you all.
As she's talking, can I start casting the same spell I casted on her that made her turn into a serpent?
Rack?
Yeah.
Sure.
Booga booga!
It's that contested powers check, right?
It's a contested power, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna use one of the advantages. No, she's not. She's not.
I'm gonna use my last advantage. Yep. Work! Hard success!
Good. You see your spell go off, You feel it kind of travel through the air, and you see it stand there as she kind of swallows a minute. And unlike last time where she was screaming in pain, you see that she kind of grits her teeth and kind of smiles through it and says, "Oh, darling, your benefactor doesn't seem to have as much help here as you might like. This isn't where he's from."
But this is where you will fall.
No, I'm quite sure I'm going to open that door in a second. Well then, Bruce, would you be a dear and just move your goddaughter over here? It makes my life faster. And Bruce Taggart walks out.
I'm gonna, as soon as Bruce starts to walk towards Maisie, I'm gonna shoot at him. Shoot him in the leg.
You're going to shoot at him. Roll that shot. He dodges out of the way of that one. Turns, looks at you and says, "Doc, you're right annoying right now. Come on, Maisie. We're going to help Jenny get what she needs, and then life will be so much better." He's going to reach out and grab you, Maisie.
And Maisie's gonna try and shove him back, I think.
Okay, I need you to roll me that powers check then.
Oh no. It's only 9 luck.
I've got it. Yep. Okay. What? I don't know how to math. I'm gonna burn it.
81. Or yeah, burn the 9 luck. So you feel, as you start to go to shove Bruce off of you, you feel that underlying command from Mrs. Bradford start to take hold of you for a moment. And then you feel it shrug itself off. But you feel that kind of twofold system. And again, you're going to only lose 1 luck as I rolled really low. And you can try and dodge away from him. Ooh, hard success.
Yeah, she doesn't want to hurt him. She's just trying to like get out of the way. And I think as she dodges, she's just like, why are you doing this?
Well, we are on a time clock, honey. I'm sorry about that, but, you know, you are very sweet and my goddaughter, and I love you, but it needs must at the time.
But why do you need to do this?
Well, we could have a conversation about religion as soon as you're done doing what Jenny needs you to do.
How?
Does this seem like him?
You can roll a psychology if you want. Robert, you wanted to say something?
I'll wait for you to be done with the psychology and
With a
after.
hard success on psychology, it's very disconcerting the way he's phrasing things, and but his tone, his inflection, his face, everything seems to be saying it's him. Or at least the man you've known all your life.
I'm about to probably do something very reckless.
So on brand.
Yesterday. So you're gonna pull a Simon.
I would like to rush at Genevieve, hold her or lift her off the ground, and throw both of ourselves off the mesa.
Well, picture you're in a 20-foot 50-foot diameter circle, and she is dead center of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Still not running.
I want to.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
it's a long
Alright.
shot, but
So you're running towards her.
Mhm.
Running as you do so. Can you roll me a powers check? You get your +2 on this one.
extreme success.
And again, just as you get about 10 feet from Genevieve, you feel that push, like you're pushing through something. Like there was something in front of you, a barrier of some sort, similar to when you ran up after Jane up those stairs earlier. And you try and grab hold of Mrs. Bradford. She's going to try and dodge that one. She's going to use one of the advantages on this time. Are you going to roll that fight and brawl, sir?
Yep. I'm gonna burn the 4
Okay.
luck.
I was gonna say, can I give him one of my advantages?
No, but if I burn the 4 luck, I get a success and she gets a failure.
She
That's fine.
fails. And you grab hold of her. You now have hold of her.
I want to keep running,
me a
charge to the edge of the cliff.
Favor.
Yep.
She's a mite unhappy about that. And as soon as you touch her, her image fades. And that large snake-like image appears. Hey. Are you going to try and dodge as she goes to bite down on your neck?
Well, my goal is to make sure that we're both locked so that there's no way she can escape. So if she's
Yeah.
to bite me, I'm not gonna try to dodge out of the way.
Okay. So the first attempt fails. As she does so, you keep running. The other 3 of you, are you going to try and do something as you see this happening?
Do I get the sense of what Robert's trying to do? Are you trying to grapple her or push her off? What are you trying to do?
I'm
He's trying to sacrifice himself by running off the edge of this mesa with her.
yeah,
That's what I was asking.
holding her down so that, there's no way she can escape.
Does Zelda have time to? Has she got up by now? You would say.
Yeah, probably.
Then yeah, she's going to follow, doing the same thing she did to what's his name? She's going to follow after Robert, trying to push them both off.
All right.
It'll probably fail. Don't worry. I'm not that
Amazing.
strong.
Dodging her uncle. I don't know if she can do anything because the second
She really can't do
like,
anything.
interaction with him, he's gonna grab her again.
Yep.
So I think she's just freaking out. Like that's Maisie's.
Can you roll me a sanity check right now, Maisie, as you begin to
That's a
freak
good
out?
idea.
Ooh, good, you succeed. You're only, mildly disconcerted by everything that's happened at the moment. Doc, are you going to try anything?
I'm gonna try and keep Bruce away from Maisie. So
Okay.
just put myself between the two, and then try and shoot him in the leg again. See if I can disable him.
All right. So go ahead and roll that shot. You fail, unfortunately. It goes wild and doesn't seem to bring any closer. Robert, just going to try and bite you again. Which is really odd. I mean, she should be able to bite you as you're holding on to her. it's most disconcerting for her. She is upset by this. And she's going to instead scream out a single word in a language you haven't heard before in your life. And I need you and Zelda and the doctor and Maisie to all make me powers checks. Maisie and the doctor make them at disadvantage.
Okay, so since I'm strong-willed, though, that would just be an even roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you fail?
I do not have enough luck to burn.
I'm gonna burn the 25 luck.
What?
Oh,
It's not 25. Is it? Oh, it is 25.
Someone's been hoarding their luck until the finale.
Extreme success.
And Zelda had a hard.
So the three of you Robert is focused on pushing Genevieve Bradford off of this mesa. It's hard pushing through. It's almost like moving through molasses. You feel like you're moving full speed, but it's slower somehow. The doctor and Zelda both chasing after you, but they see Maisie go blank and walk towards the center of this circle.
I'm not looking back at Maisie at all. I honestly don't. I probably don't see that. I'm focused on helping Robert push Genevieve off. So the doctor probably only sees it, honestly.
Yep. So the doctor, you're the only one that sees Maisie walk with purpose and doesn't seem to be stopped by any of the, issues that you all were as you begin. Gonna do anything?
All right, Maisie. I hope you're a light girl. I'm gonna run and pick her up.
It's gonna be fun. Roll me a powers check, Doc. You also roll this one at disadvantage.
Okay, so I'm gonna burn my advantage and roll it at advantage.
Okay. And fail.
And I failed. What is that, another 24 luck?
Yes.
We'll burn the luck. All right, so that should be a success.
So you feel yourself push through, and you can get to Maisie. And just as you do, Maisie, can you roll me one more powers check? You feel it. You look around, you come aware, but you can't seem to move. And you look down at that hand the doctor done stitched for you. And you see it start to roil with blood. Hey, Robert.
Hi.
She's going to try one last time. And this time she's going to use the advantage. Fuck that shit. Oh, good. She succeeds. She bites down hard on your neck.
Ow.
For 2 damage. I need you to make me a con check. It needs to be
Success.
extreme. Ooh, that's good. Hee. That's good. It's not a D8. It's only a D3. Take an additional 1 poison damage.
Sure.
As Zelda's trying to help this, can she take her knife and try to somehow slam it into Genevieve's neck? Or snake neck? Does snake have a neck?
Well, a snake has a head and a giant hood like a cobra.
I guess just like stab it in her snout, whatever. I don't know snake terminology.
I
You
mean,
still have something
Person-
equivalent to a jugular.
I'm assuming that she's probably being held slightly off the ground as Robert's doing this, so that might not be the
Well, I
necessary-
figured it would get. I figured if she bit down on him, I would be able to reach her.
Okay.
That's what I don't know. I don't really know what it looked like. But I figured if she had like bit down on his shoulder because I'm behind Robert.
Yeah.
I would. Be able to
So you're gonna
stab.
go. She went like this. You're gonna go here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go ahead and roll that attack. She's gonna try and dodge that one.
She don't have to dodge.
Well, it's only 2 luck.
It's only 2
Yeah.
luck. Burn the 2.
Yeah. What's the one? What would it be? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll burn the 2 luck.
Yeah, you'll hit her, and you'll see it. She'll start screaming. She'll scream at that. It's this loud, hissing, painful scream that kind of rolls through both your heads at the moment. Can you roll me a sanity?
Yeah,
Both of us?
sure.
Yep. As you feel this kind of unnatural sound roiling through.
It's a fail.
It's a 3 as you lose it.
I am a 70.
Still with us, Robert?
You don't want to know how much sanity I have left. Let me update the...
Overlay?
I am down to 19.
I
You're still in double digits.
think everything that's going on, I think Maisie should just roll sanity for everything going on, and I'm just gonna have her fail.
You're just gonna have a fail?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I was gonna be nice and let you actually roll, but
No. I don't think.
as you lose 6 sanity and just kind of become overwhelmed by what's going on, and I'm going to use one of my curses and add a E4 to that.
The
Only
lowest
one.
you could get.
But it's 7 as you lose it.
Still a really big chunk of sanity.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Maisie's sanity just ended up too high for this situation, and she needed to fail a couple times.
She needed to fail. That works. And as you see, okay,
If we add
uh,
both Maisie and George and Robert together, sanity-wise, it makes 1 healthy person.
well, that's a testament to love right there. I do have a question though. Maisie, as you see that blood start to well up in your hand and slowly start to rise above you, turning into gems of rubies. Doc, are you doing anything?
I'm trying to continue to run Maisie away from wherever she was going by picking her up.
Try grabbing her again, because right now she's dead center in the middle of this ritual space, and you can hear something bowing against, almost as if they were pushing against a large door, pressing on it.
Strength fine.
Mhm.
I'm burning the luck. Why not? We're just gonna go
23?
full Simon. Yeah.
Just gonna go full sign.
Okay.
23 luck. I'm loving it.
Grabbing her and getting her the hell out of that circle.
You grab her, you pick her up. Now can you roll me a powers check at disadvantage, please, sir?
Another one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I do not have enough luck to burn on that one.
You can't seem to move her out of this circle. You can move her around inside of it, but you can't move her out of it at the moment. Hey, Robert.
Am I at the edge now?
Oh, yeah.
Then we're gonna both go plummeting down the mesa.
I has a question that the audience will want to know the answer to. Do you have enough to survive this?
It depends. In hit points?
In luck?
Mm.
Well then. We're gonna see what happens, aren't we, folk? So,
As I go over the edge, I'll just scream out, "I'm sorry, Maisie, I love you."
Maisie, roll me a listen check.
And she won't have heard it. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
No, it's even worse in a moment.
I almost want to burn the 9.
You can burn the 9 if you want.
Yeah.
So you hear
And I'm
this.
out of luck, basically.
That's well, you hear this scream from Robert going over the side, apologizing. And as we've established in this game, you want to roll that powers check with advantage?
No, she's gonna wife power me.
Well, you can move yourself out of here, Maisie.
She's gonna run to the edge.
Your hand is still bleeding.
Put her
That
down
still
and get her the hell out of there.
Going, Robert, you've gone over this edge. I need to do math in my head. Actually, I want to see something else first. Hold on a moment. Ah, that's intriguing. That's doubly intriguing. Hey, guess what, Robert?
Mhm.
You land on Mrs. Bradford.
That was kind of the point.
True, but you've now landed on Mrs. Bradford. And, you're not dead yet.
Wait, what? How much
You're at
damage do I
1.
take?
You're at 1 hit point.
Ow! I'll check the major wound box.
Oh, yes, you are majorly wounded. You are also bleeding out internally. You might need some help.
Yeah, whatever. I'm at the bottom of the mesa now.
Do we still? Okay, just a quick question. This like thing we're on. It's all stone. Is there like a sacrificial table or some shit here?
Nope, just a perfect circle in front of this archway that seems to be bowing out at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to look back at. I'm going to look at Macy and go. Get downstairs right now. Go. And sort of push her back toward the staircase, and I would like to start taking out dynamite from the bag and laying it, basically making a big pile of dynamite in the middle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Maisie, we're getting the hell out of here.
Doc, what are you doing?
I'm grabbing Maisie now that she seems to be freed, and we're heading towards the staircase.
Hey, Maisie, roll me that sanity check as you just watched your lover fall over the side.
Fair.
I'm okay.
I'm 1 point okay.
I think so. I think how this plays out. So Maisie has run to the edge and she sees this happen. And instead of getting really depressed, she's just fucking pissed.
Oh yeah, you've circled back into anger at this point.
Yeah, she's just come back around to like.
She's gonna kick that 1 point of HP out of Robert's ass when she gets down there.
She's mad at him. She's mad at Genevieve. She's mad at her uncle. She sees Zelda start taking out the dynamite, and she's just like, "Fuck yeah!"
All right. So, Maisie, are you running down these stairs? Or are you staying to help with the dynamite?
I think since Zelda told Maisie to go downstairs, she will go. She will listen to the instructions. But she thinks Robert's dead. She doesn't think he could have possibly survived that.
It was a very close call. Hey, Doc, you running downstairs.
Yes.
Maisie's running.
Knowing that she's the key, yeah, I'm trying to get her as far away from this circle as possible.
Zelda, you want to make yourself a big old boom, don't you?
Yeah, so what I'm gonna try to do, if this works out for you, Deidre, is lay all the dynamite out in the middle.
Mhm.
I'm going to take out my Derringer, get the gunpowder, as much gunpowder out as I can, make a line, and I'm going to light it and run. Just run.
Hey, Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do that? You hear a voice. It's odd. You haven't heard that voice in over a year.
It stops her in her tracks. I think like as she's probably like got the line of gunpowder made and she's about to, light it. And she just stops in her tracks. What else am I supposed to do?
Well, you could let them open the door, honey.
No.
Are you sure? I think it'd make me happy.
Is it going to bring you back?
Well, am I here, right?
You're not really here. Look, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
Aren't you?
Listen. You're dead, and I have to deal with that, so I'm going to set this on fire.
You did hear her say that resurrection is a thing she could do.
Not at this cost.
Roll me that sanity check.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, good. Are you going to go through with it?
Yeah, she's lighting it, and then she's running. She's also, I think she's leaving her her pocket watch up there with it to explode.
Okay. And down these stairs. Hey, you clear about 20 feet before you hear the explosion and everything shakes. You're running and running. Maisie and the doctor are running too, and you hear another explosion and another shake. Maisie, you get to where, Robert is slowly rolling off of Mrs. Bradford at this point, probably. In a very more just sliding off the body than anything real control of his at the moment. But he's bleeding.
But is he breathing?
At the moment.
Maisie would run over there. Like an almost like baseball slide. Like very dramatic. Like collapse on the ground next to him.
Maisie?
And then she'd scream for the doc.
Come running up and tell him don't touch him. Don't touch him.
You want to go ahead and roll that medicine?
Yeah. So how bad is he?
Oh, he's got like 6 or 7 broken ribs, and one of them's perforated lung.
I'm okay.
Oh, you are far from okay.
He's also got a compound fracture of the leg.
And I'm assuming we're down in the pitch black.
Yeah, but it seems that things are moving. You see the moon slowly peeking out now.
we can't move him right now. I mean, he's not going to be able to walk. His leg is. He's lucky if it's just a single break. Can I attempt first aid?
You can attempt first aid.
Hard success.
Ooh, a hard success. You get 1 hit point back as the doctor manages to bind your leg and deal with the fracture.
Good.
And
Maisie,
so that
Such an idiot.
I think we're gonna have to postpone the meeting with your parents.
Well, I mean, that may have gone worse than this, so that's probably a good thing.
I'm afraid I'm not very presentable right now.
Just don't worry about it. Let's just see if we can get you better. Let's see if we can do something.
Is she dead?
Is she?
I certainly hope so.
yes. You see the exploded snake.
Squish it. Yeah, you did it. She's gone.
Thank God.
And Zelda's dealing with the Mesa.
You feel another shake, Zelda, as you get to almost the bottom. And you see the black almost moving at twice the speed, pulling itself in, pulling itself around. Zelda, you're the only one who's still on, looking up there, around. You see it kind of swirling in on itself like it's being pulled into a giant twister. And slowly, as it does so, as you see this blackness get pulled in on itself, the rest of you start seeing the town appear. First the jail and the livery, then the docks, sliding up the street to the cold waters. It's spinning faster and faster until suddenly all that's left is the town.
Yay, we did it.
Shh. You're not breathing very well. Probably shouldn't push yourself.
I'll try to reach a hand out to Maisie.
She would take his hand.
Maisie, roll me a spot hidden. His hand's shaking as you grab it. But as he holds on, it seems to be more steady.
And I think at this point she's kind of leaned over him far enough. She's got very long hair, so it's kind of covers the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, you have to hang on with me. The doc's gonna get help.
I'll try. I
And
didn't.
she kind of snaps her head up to look at the doc. She's like, right?
Yeah, and I'll run off towards my office now that I can see it and see if I can fetch some help to kind of drag him back to town.
You've gotten through shit like this once. You can do it again.
I don't want to do it again. I mean, doing shit like this. It's painful.
Well, if you'd stop, running straight at flaming tentacled monsters and running off of cliffs, I think this would stop happening.
I didn't think I'd make it.
I don't know how you did.
I saw you were in danger and I reacted. That's all I did.
I love you,
I
even
love,
if you are an idiot.
I love you too, Maisie.
And with that, we're going to pull back as slowly the doc will return with a stretcher and Edmund Reed to carry a very battered deputy back to his abode. Mrs. Ambrose, well, I'm assuming you're going to take a bed for the night, probably in the saloon where you have a room. You'll notice that Bruce Taggart's behind the bar and doesn't even seem to react to you being there. Just says, hi, how you doing? Were you able to make sure that Maisie was all right? And as the days pass and things go back to normal in Four Corners. You do find, however, dead Mr. Billows behind the back of the jail. And a live Sheriff Covington ranting about how he can't keep it. He obviously can't take his eyes off his deputy because every time he does, his deputy ends up in bed and in pain. And I think we're going to go around and see where everybody ends up, at least in the next 6-month time span. As we end this story of Go West. So, Doc, at the end of 6 months, where do we see you?
Back to the daily grind for the doc. You know, managing his patients and spending time with his niece and his nephew and his sister. That has decided to stay in Four Corners because it's such a charming and quaint town that's kind of grown on her.
And she doesn't have to put up with her in-laws.
That too.
All right. The daily life of a doctor in a small town. Zelda. What do you see in 6 months for Zelda?
Zelda leaves the next morning and after she gets some sleep. She takes her wagon. I don't think she says goodbye to anyone. No, I think she would leave a note to Maisie, like with a way to contact her because she's also a merchant if Maisie ever needed her. But she leaves without saying goodbye and takes the book with her to keep it safe. And I think she just goes back to the life of, selling, buying, that kind of thing, still sort of tied up loose ends for her husband's death.
Maisie.
So I think Maisie, she stays in Four Corners, and I think she takes her position at the store much more seriously than she has before. You notice a shift in the things the store stocks. There's a lot more weapons, snake traps. There's clear nervousness of someone here. I think she also probably spends a lot of time taking more lessons with the sheriff and maybe actually doing more reckless things out in the desert. But it's almost like she's guarding the store now instead of just working there. And of course, every day she goes and visits Robert while he is recovering.
probably spends a lot of time also guarding him from her family showing up until he's feeling good enough at least to like sit up.
Well, you managed to keep your daddy out. You managed to keep your Uncle Bruce out. You cannot, however, keep your mama out as she manages to wrangle all of the nice ladies in town who heard about how the deputy fought off the gentleman who broke into your store and tried to kidnap you for a second time and ended up very damaged in the process. The deputy has since garnered a large number of ladies who will check in on him at odd times of the day with a large number of casseroles. And like 6 or 7 pies.
I should get hurt more often.
I think we already discussed that.
Deputy.
Well, after Robert gets better, the moment that he's able to walk, at least, he's going to go out in the desert and bury the tablet. And I think we see, once he's done, shovel in hand, wiping his brow, he looks up to the noon sun, and in the distance you can hear the bell of the church, and the camera pans down to Robert and Maisie walking out of the church with like people cheering around. Father Makarov, probably a tear to his eye.
At the wedding.
At the wedding.
There's a interesting card addressed to you, Robert. Only you. It's part of that whole group of wedding presents.
What is it? Who is it from?
You open it up, it's from Dr. Adams. And it's a short letter. Mailing address in New York.
If he says welcome to the game, I swear to God.
No. He said all it says is there's a mailing address in New York. When you decide, I'll be here. And at the bottom, there's another address. I trust this one. Blades are sharp.
That's what I thought. That's what the percentile rolls were for.
Yep. You will, however, notice that you do not have a voice in the back of your head. Currently.
Yes! That's all I needed. Oh, finally, I can be alone with Maisie.
For a while. But that's where we're going to end it for tonight. And end our story of Go West.
Nice. Oof. How are y'all doing?
Yeah, how are you all doing?
Great.
Self-sacrifice. We blew shit up. What more could you want?
No one died out of. I mean, technically everything's okay. Just a little bit of trauma, and you know that goes away in time.
The flying died.
Just being a little vague.
So, everybody okay?
Yep.
Good.
I'm gonna have to recycle Robert Stone into a Highlander game now.
We'll see.
So, Wow. So, my voice is breaking. Let's go around the table. Outro yourselves. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, and what was your most favorite moment of this entire series? Because it's been 2 seasons. We've been at it for 6 months now. We've been playing together for 6 months. So I'm sure we have a lot of good times. Hopefully, not a lot of bad times. But yeah, if you remember anything fondly, let us know. And remember, tell us, shill all of your socials. You can post them in chat. We'll start with Kelly.
Oh, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi. I'm Kelly. Kelly on Twitter. Kelly in chat. You can find me Mondays for a few more weeks still on Scraticus Academy, running a D&D 5e game called Tilt. Things are getting spicy over there. You can find me on Wednesdays playing in a Masks game at 7 p.m. EST on Scraticus Academy, where we play teenage superheroes. You can find me on DM's Guild, editing, and soon, hopefully, once I get my stuff together, finishing up writing some stuff that's coming out too. You can find me on Scrat's Patreon, writing articles. I think that's it. Boy, my favorite part of the whole I really enjoyed the first Smooch episode because of how excited Quentin was. And chat. I think I enjoyed the first Smooch episode. I also enjoyed being lifted onto a roof by Lauren. That was also entertaining. But in general, I think this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed being in Four Corners. I think Deirdre does a great job doing such an immersive GMing, and I'm sad it's over. And maybe we'll get to come back one day.
Maybe we will. Who knows? Scott, where can we find you?
Hello. I'm Scott. I'm at Berserker_Rage on Twitter. Berserker Rage in the Twitch chat. So guess you could have found me here on Saturdays, but you would already know that. I may have some other stuff in the works. I'm not 100% sure yet, but as soon as I know, I will blast that out on the socials. As for my favorites, I would have to say one would be it's a two-parter from the end of the first season, I would say. One would be just getting to have Lauren aboard, and that whole dynamic that we had there was a great game. And then that big smack in the face cliffhanger that Deirdre threw right at me for the end of season 1, where my obliviousness with Dr. Adams. So those were two of my favorite parts. This has been a lot of fun over the last 6 months, and look forward to more fun stuff in the future. So again, thank you, Deirdre. You do a wonderful job. You are the most wonderful keeper.
And Katie.
Yeah, I'm Katie. You know where you can find me everywhere, Katie Face. I'm not going to take up a lot of time. I'm about to hop right out of this game over onto the Greyhawk channel. I'm guest starring in the game there. 6 on my channel will be playing Cthulhu Dark for this spooky summer series. Tomorrow I'll be over on Pen and Paper Pals at noon PST playing Burning Will. And I have regular games on my channel through the week. And Thursdays you can find me on Off the Table playing Urban Shadows. But I think my favorite part was probably today. I really enjoy just blowing shit up, which is actually a common theme I find recurring in any Folk Cthulhu game I'm in now. That's a problem. But I thank you so much, Deidre, for having me, especially because of my fucky schedule. But I really enjoyed it, and I think it was a great time.
And Deirdre.
Oh, hey, all. You know me at Deirdre Donlin on Twitter or Praxagorth as Meophora, as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. Well, thank you all for playing in this crazy world that I created because I'm a crazy person. And woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning and was like, hey, Simon. Hey, Simon, can we do this? Can we do this? And he's like, yes. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's have fun. And proceeded to drive folk mad every Saturday, which was a great break for me and everything. So thank you. I appreciate all of you coming. I appreciate all of you playing. I appreciate everything I had to do. And I'm glad we had Katie as long as we did. I'm glad everybody came to play and had fun. And that's the most important part. And I will be entirely honest. Thank you, Simon, for giving me Jane Langley to fuck with people's heads.
That's on me, I guess.
It definitely, that one's on you. That one's on you.
Well, I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Hi everyone, this is my channel. Thank you all for spending the last 6 months every Saturday afternoon with us, watching us play through this horror game in the Old West. Thank you all for playing. Katie had to leave for the other stream, that's why the cameras are all wonky and we switched places. Thank you for playing in it. Thank you for agreeing to be there every Saturday. This means a lot to me. Thank you, Deirdre, for keeping. Your game was amazing. Bravo, really.
Thank you.
Good job. My favorite part... I have many, but I have to say my two favorite moments were the moments when something happened in game that went over my head as a player. The working boy thing, which and the bear shitting in the woods. But I have a special... There's a special place also for the whole Maisie Robert ship, or how did the Levy call it? Stonewater. The Stonewater ship. That was something, and I did everything I could to make it tragic, and it didn't work.
I want you to know that it was really, really close on that 3rd percentile roll. If it had failed, you were going to die.
Oh, I figured. Like, there was no question in my mind. It was like, I'm going to make sure that she dies. So if my character goes with her, like, I don't mind, as long as Maisie is safe.
Oh, I had decided I was going to see if anyone actually ended up a member of the game, an immortal, and I was going to base it purely on if you died, what the percentile rolls were. You ended up with 3 because there were 3 options for you when it came to dying. The first was whether or not you landed on the ground or Genevieve Bradford did.
Mm-hmm.
She failed. The second was whether or not Jane Langley is going to stick around in your head. She failed. And the third was if you, managed to survive this fall. Did you actually survive? Well...
I kind of died.
You did. Nobody noticed yet.
But, yeah, and it's, no, the whole game was a hoot, and I really appreciated it. I'm a big fan of Call of Cthulhu, so, yep, it's always fun to play. So this actually marks the finale of Go West. Again, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for all the donations, all the good stuff and the bad stuff that happened. Thanks to your donations, this is what makes, you know, all the good stuff and the bad stuff makes the show goes. Thanks to your donations, this is what makes the show survive, or what have you. Words I can't right now. Before we leave, let's go raid our friends at...
Are we gonna give them a hint about next time?
We could, but let's just give a hint in one word.
There's a next time? What?
Well, so the next season, today is the last show on this channel for the next week. We're on hiatus for the between seasons. We'll come back with a few fun one-shots probably in 2 weeks. And then in 3 weeks, we're going to start our new round of shows with Dark Matter that is returning. Castle Falkenstein on Friday nights, which is returning with the Lady Detectives. Pulp Cthulhu will not be returning. Instead, we're going to have a new show, codename Blood. It's our new vampire show. We're going to play Vampire the Masquerade on Saturdays. So there'll be that, and there'll be a new Acquisition Incorporated show on Wednesday, which is going to be completely improvised. So come around if you want to watch that. It's going to be probably super chaotic. So before we leave, let's go raid our friends at Unmade Gaming. Mike is doing his charity streams today. So we can go drop in, say hi, and that's it. Share the love. Ciao, everyone. Thank you again for coming.